Hello, this is Sergey from PropertySoft, and this video is to show how to start using Simple Home Budget. When you start Simple Home Budget for the first time, you are offered to create a set of categories, common categories. You can select them all, you can uncheck some of them, you can just skip, click close, or you add selected. It doesn't matter really much. But it helps you start it with some categories so you can quickly start entering transactions. The main window has left sidebar, and that has calendar that you use to switch months, and transactions are shown for selected months. There is area to enter transactions, and there's area that shows like how much money you spent, how much money you got. So the first thing you need to do is to enter your money on how much money you had on specific day. So if you started in July 2018, it's a good idea to enter how much money you had on beginning of July 2018. So you would, let's say, if you on July 1st you had $3,000 in your cash or bank account, then you would enter transaction end of previous month, June 30th, and then you would enter income and $3,000. Right. So this way, when you start in July 2018, you would have $3,000 running total. That's your money for the current day. Now, when you start entering transactions, let's say you had a coffee on days July 2nd, then you went to Starbucks or something, then you would spend $5, and that's your money taken out. So you have actual, in this month you have income 0, expenses -5, total -5, and your total money is $2,995. If you this is your transaction. If you switch to previous months, you'll see that this is $3,000 here. We switch to current month, this is your transaction. Now, it's good idea, second good idea from the start is to create recurrent transactions right away. Recurrent transactions are something you spend every day, or you get on a regular basis, let's say income. So you would enter, let's say you have salary and you get paycheck every 2 weeks. So then for July, let's say you got 2 paychecks or 3 paychecks. Let's say you got paycheck on July 6th in July. So you would start from the day, everything has to be in July, starting from July. Since you entered your money in June, then you would enter anything, income, expenses, starting from July. So if you got on Friday bi-weekly, then you would say category salary, then save, then you'd say how much salary. So if it's salary, more or less same amount. So let's say something like this, and then you don't hold it because you get it every 2 weeks. And then save and process means it's gonna, recurrent transactions do not create actual transactions that change your running total, but when you process recurrent transaction, it generates actual transaction. So we're gonna save and process, and what will happen, it will create 2 transactions. One is July 6th and another one is 2 weeks later. So we'll just review it. We can actually change anything here if needed, but for this case there's nothing to change. I'll just say proceed. So these 2 transactions were added in this month. This is your income, which is for 4,800, right? So that's the way to get started. And let's say you have every month something like car insurance that is taken on a specific day. So then you would you would enter as much of recurrent transaction happening every month as possible. This will quickly allow to use this tool effectively. So recurrent transactions created as soon as you start using, and it will be a good start for you to use this tool. So let's say you have expense transaction expense transaction every month. Let's say on July, on fifth day of month, car insurance is taken from a bank account. So say monthly, then you would say car finance, insurance, there is no insurance. After and home insurance, right? So let's say insurance, something like $100, right? So we don't hold it until confirm, because they actually take money. So there's this, for sure they're gonna take money, right? So we just say save and process. It generates actual transaction, one transaction, and we enter it. So next thing, let's say another kind of recurrent transaction. I wanted to show you that also good setup and good way to get this tool work effectively for you. Let's say you shop for groceries every month, every week. You spend approximately $400. Let's say you know that last time you shop in July, it was you usually shop on Saturday, and then but you could be on Friday, or you could shop on Thursday, but every week. So then you would say that you know when last time you shop. Let's say last or first time in July, since we're doing setup for July. And last time you shop, let's say Saturday, first time in July. Sorry, I keep saying last time. So you would select 7, and then you say weekly, then you how much you spend every week. Go groceries, and then you go shop users, usually like a grocery store, superstore or something. Let's say you spend, you know exactly, because this will create actual transaction. So you spend, let's say, $432, right? And then you say hold until confirm, right? And then what happens is that you click save and process. This transaction is created, and then you see that recurring tabs are showing 1. It means there is one hold transaction. And so what you do next is it shows that you need the time has passed since last transaction, and you need to enter another transaction. You need to confirm that because it's on hold. So let's say next week you were shopping Saturday, next week you went Friday, right? And then you spent something $398, right? Then again, save it, process, right? It's still showing that it advanced date, but it's still showing that you behind. You did not. It expects you to go shopping every week, right? So then you double click again, and let's say this week you went again Saturday, right? And then you spent something like this, you say a little bit more, right? Boom. Then you enter, it stops showing because like today is 22nd, right? And next shopping gonna be 28. So it shows that it's on hold, but the time did not come yet, right? But what it's gonna do is gonna use that last number as weekly calculation. So what it shows that your expected income sorry, your expected expenses still for this month is $436. Your expected income for this month is zero because why? Because you already got like your next salary gonna be in August, so there's nothing more expected. And your net income is expected to be $3,000 based on based on this number. So you have like income, two paychecks, then you have expenses so far plus expected expenses. So this is your net income for this month, and this is your running total by end of this month. So your $3,000 from previous month plus net income from this month, so you're doing okay. And then you come back, and then if you have one-time transactions, you just spend money on something, then you just enter here. Let's say you went for coffee again, and it's not regular transaction, and you went with friend, spent $15, and boom, today, and then you just enter. That's it. So you have next one. What it does is that when you select transaction, we select category on this side, we would see everything yellow, highlighted in yellow. So you would see all transactions in this month for this category. So if you select, let's say, home insurance, right, then you would see that category highlighted. Let's say, then we go back to categories. Let's say you want to see picture for this month, like how much you spent on coffee, total $20, 2 transactions. How many times you went for groceries, here's 3 transactions in total. And the last thing is overview, like it shows like how much money what is your income, what is your expenses, what is your projected, what is your income. And so if you start advancing in next month, it will start showing you based on recurring transactions how much your net income and running total would be. Thank you for watching.